of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. I bear witness there's no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his messenger. I greet the panel guests. I greet our audience. Welcome back to another show of Science of Farming. I greet you in the greeting words of peace and paradise. I greet you also in the greeting words of the beautiful words of Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Kareem and Walaikum.
How are you all today?
Excited.
Praise to Allah. As usual, for those who are tuning in for the first time, Assalamu alaikum means peace be unto you. And Ramadan Mubarak means blessed Ramadan, because we, the Muslims, are in the midst of our Ramadan fast. And so we're very excited, and we pray that our audience, whoever's participating in the fast, that it's going well for each and every person. Sister Melody, look who we have joining us today.
Brother Patrick, the principal farmer.
Praise be to Allah. That's right. We are so happy to have you, dear brother. A wealth of information, a wealth of just inspiring altogether, all that you're doing. And so, Sister Melody, we're going to go ahead. Oh, yeah, I do want to remind the audience of why we even have this show. By the grace and mercy of Allah, it is only to inspire us to do what our beloved minister, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, has asked us to do, which is to grow our own food. So we wanted to provide a platform that shows people how to do this. You do not have to be an expert at all. Sister Melody is almost one. I'm a novice, but we wanted to show you just start where you are. And so we're going to help you all walk through the program as we all learn how to grow and learn how we do what we do even better. So Sister Melody, take it away.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, Brother Patrick, we're so excited. We've been trying to get you on this show for a long time. But I said earlier, this was the time. And we in a time now where we believe that what we're doing now is so important at this time with the prices of food and all the things going on. And, when I first came to your farm and your home and met you and your beautiful family, it was just an experience, the whole thing, the agritourism experience. And, I know a lot of the things you've done for a lot of, different people. So we really want to just hear your testimony, brother. We want to really just kind of, because you like I want to show you will show yourself. So I don't want to hold you up, brother. We want to hear and, get you to tell us how people get started, how you got started, some of the ins, some of the outs and things like that.
Absolutely. And thank you, Sister Rashida and Sister Melody, for even considering us to be a guest on your show. We are fans of your show and have been watching. So it's just an honor. First and foremost, we were and are still inspired by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Time and What Must Be Done, number 36. Farming is the engine to our national life.
Yes, sir.
Changed my family's trajectory and everything that we were doing. It was not a conversation prior to number 36. We were, living our educator's life. I'm as a principal, my wife is a teacher, living in a subdivision, but watching that video, immediately after the video, how we talk about how the sun strikes the equator, it takes 18 to 20 seconds, and the same thing for blood to go from the top. By the time that video was over, our whole life was ready to go in a different direction.
Wow.
To Sister Ishtar, I said, the minister told us about a farm. And he was like, you sure, brother? And I was like, yes. He said, we need to go buy a farm. And from that date, is September, I want to say September the 17th, 2013. From that date to now, we started. Now, the minister was coming to Tuskegee in October of that year. And in October, he did not come. Minister Ishmael spoke on his behalf. And when he spoke on his behalf, one of my assignments as a FOI was to keep the motorcycles from coming into the square. Mm-hmm. So doing that, it pushed us way out into the country of Alabama. And I saw cows and horses and sheep and cornfields. And so now it's just even more inspiring. And one of the Brother Frank out of DC, I know I wore his ear out. Because you talk about this for one more time. So fast forward, end up meeting a gentleman in Atlanta by the name of Wayne Swanson, who became my mentor. And so that's September, October. By December 8th, 2013, we had purchased 8 cows.
Wow.
Living in the subdivision, purchased 8 cows. We were able to put them on his land. We worked out an agreement. And by April of 2014, my family and I found a 31-acre farm 1 mile from our residence. I've been living at for the last, 10 years. And on my daughter's birthday, July 29, 2014, we moved from a 30-foot front yard subdivision to 31 acres with zero experience, only the inspiration of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Look at Allah. Look at Allah. And I've heard that story before, Brother Patrick. I was floored the first time. I'm still floored hearing that beautiful story. And you talk about stepping out on faith. That's exactly what you all did.
Absolutely.
And, one of the things I like about what you were saying is that you all didn't even have land when you purchased your first cows.
No.
But you all shared the property with someone else. And that's one of the things we talk about here. We encourage others to share. Everybody grow something different, and then let's share the product together. Absolutely. So sharing that land is awesome.
Sister Rashida, there's a farm that I would visit, my dad and me's farm. And it was a 5-acre farm, only 5 acres. They had 19 Jersey cows. And so we were going there to get the raw milk. But when I went to the farm, I'm a talker. So I was talking to the dad and kind of got him to the side. He got a little comfortable with me. And he said, our motto is simple. We have 50 families. They commit to spend $50 50 weeks out of the year. Okay. Wow. And so I understood the numbers game, but then what he shared with me, because he only did milk, but there was meat, cheese, honey, vegetables there. So he bartered with other farms and farmers, and he would give them his milk. They would give him their honey, their cheese, their meat, etc. So when I came to spend my $50, I had a variety, right? So just imagine if we take a city and there's 10 of us surrounding a city and farming, and the 10 of us are all doing one product a piece. Now, my farm, I have 10 items to sell, where I might only specialize in garlic. I only specialize in eggs or specialize in quail. And so that's the way the community mindset has to happen. But this is the most important thing. You have to start, right? So if Sister Rashida comes to me and say, look, brother, we have space at our farm for one more item. What are you doing? I'm going to get started next year. I'm thinking about, no, get started today. When you cut that cucumber tonight for your salad, go ahead and take those seeds out of there. Take those seeds, go ahead and dry them out, put them in the cupboard for a little bit. That's your start. You ain't got to buy no seeds. You got them there. If we get in the mindset of starting, there's so many excuses in this world, right? But if the minister did not start the nation again, we wouldn't be as soon as 2025, right? So I would encourage the viewing audience, no matter how much space you have, no matter where you live, you have to start. If you're in a subdivision right now, I can show you how to start in a subdivision, right? You start in a subdivision, you put 3 hens in the backyard. The hens are not going to make any noise. You get 3 eggs a day. You're going to get a beehive, put the beehive in the backyard. You turn the entrance of the beehive away from where people walk. Now you got your bees. You start your compost and start your worms, okay? And so with those 3 items, you have hens, which you have eggs, and you have meat. You have worms, which you have worms. You can sell worms, worm tea, and you have the byproducts. And then with the honey, you have honey, you have the comb, you have the queen bee. So now you're making money, and then your surplus, your excess, you sell it to your next door neighbor. Right? If you're eating 3 eggs in the morning by yourself, that's a problem, right?
Right.
Now at 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, now you're selling 3 and 6 to your neighbors, and then you can grow from there. But once you start, desire feeds the will. Once you start and you know you have it, now it's time for you to look. Sister Melody, how do I get 5 more acres? Sister Rashida, how do I get 10? I'm going to end this question with this, Sister Rashida. In the last 2 days, I've been offered a 20-acre farm for $1,000 a month. And I was offered today a 62-acre farm where they'll find it. So if you have the desire, Allah is creating the atmosphere where people like yourself, Sister Rashida, Sister Melody, people come to us with opportunities. But if you're standing on the sideline and you're cheerleading from the sideline, when the minister said all of us have to grow our food,
absolutely,
it's time for you to jump in.
Now, Brother Patrick, I want you to go over those numbers again, because listen, our audience, we got a nice following, and they move out. So go over those numbers again, and how, if they're interested in purchasing that or joining in with you, how do they do that?
Yes, so I have a link, ifindforms.com, and they can go there. And once you go there, you just kind of fill out the information. I'll walk you through it. And this is a family show. They can text me because the goal is for us to get on land, right? It cannot take 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Did you all hear what I said? I said the minister in September.
Right.
October, I was negotiating. December, we had cows. Actually moved in April. Well, we moved in May, but we didn't close until July. We had talked to people to let us move on the farm before we closed. Right? Wow. You have to move with a sense of urgency. Do you know that apple that you just went to the grocery store right now has a film on it? Right? Do you know when you look at your squash, your tomatoes, they're coming from Mexico, Guatemala. Do you know that the food in the grocery store is 6 to 7 months old? Those eggs, you don't want those eggs. Those eggs are old as in the grocery store, right? And so if we are not intentional enough to put a flower pot on the porch and grow some pepper, to grow some Swiss chard, and once you taste it that first time and realize that you grew this, it's nothing like it. So we have to force the believers in our community to start, because waiting, you'll be dead tomorrow.
That's true. And I'm getting texts. My texts are blowing up. They want you to repeat that link again, brother. You said.
Oh, let me. I'll put it in the chat. How about
okay, excellent. And while you're doing
ifindforms.com.
Yes. Put it in the chat.
Can I type in? Oh, I can join the chat.
Brother Patrick, you are such an inspirator. Right. I mean, I just watch you talk to people, and as you talk to people, you really, really motivate them because you make it so real.
Sister Melody, we have a saying in the nation: I want for my brother and sister what I want for myself.
Yes.
Now we say it sometimes cliche, and we say it, as a response. But let me tell you this: my wife and I are approaching 26 years of marriage. So I've been blessed years, and we always had a very good life, by Allah's grace, because we follow the teachings. Yes. However, moving to the form, the scripture that I often remember is, which of the bounties of Allah will you deny?
Wow.
When you can go outside, we have no noise pollution.
Right.
No pollution. I didn't even know what that was before, right? Because I grew up in the hood. I grew up in East St. Louis. But we can go outside. And tonight, the only thing we see is the stars and the planes.
Absolutely.
Right? We can, when we go outside, the sound that we hear is either the sound of one of our animals, or it's an insect. Like I hear insects, you all.
Wow.
How quiet it is, right? And so what I've learned from that is, outside of our community, other communities get a chance to vacation. Okay?
Yes, absolutely.
They get a chance to vacate. And when they vacate, they can go for recreation. Right? Yes. So when we travel for Thursday to Monday, and we stressed out already. We don't get a chance to vacate our responsibility, the bills, the job, the clocking in, and so we never get a chance to recreate.
Absolutely.
Right? And so what the form allows us to do, when I pull in my driveway from work every day, and the horses greet me,
wow,
across, I'm able to go into a different space.
Yes.
Clear my head and de-stress. And then, God forbid, we take our shoes and socks off and go
right.
Right?
Wow.
You're greeted by that new life or a new puppy. I got 3 new horses out here right now. We got new puppies. We got baby chickens, right?
You owe me one. Remember, you owe me a horse.
I owe you a horse. Yes. And so when you're around that new life, now I'm going to take Brother Patrick out of the picture for just one moment. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan lives on a farm. Mm-hmm. I think Rakim said, follow the leader. Is that who said that?
That's what he said.
So if the minister has aged backwards.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And we saw him at Savior's Day. You all saw how beautiful.
Right.
And young and youthful, right? If the minister is aging backwards from living and eating and from growing the food, why if we follow the leader, we should be doing the same.
Absolutely. And Brother Patrick, your place is absolutely beautiful. And you are right. I remember visiting there and there was no noise. It was absolutely peaceful. I mean, your energy, the spirit, you could just feel your own inside of you. Everything just calm down and get very quiet. And you didn't want to be loud. You just wanted to be very quiet. You were so hospitable. And I have to share this story. My son was with us. He was about 9 or 10 at the time. And he's doing this show. He's in the background helping with this show because he was so inspired after visiting your farm and seeing your beautiful sons with the dogs and touring and seeing the horses. He was just floored.
Oh, praise. You know what? That does my heart and my family heart joy, because we stepped out on faith, you all.
Yes,
like
sir.
I and my wife, we have no formal training. Do you know the only training that we have? In 2015, the minister invited the farmers around the country to come to his farm. That's the extent of our training. Outside of that is just YouTube University.
Right.
During this time, we've helped over 30 families relocate to farms. We run an agriculture school where we're teaching 540 children agriculture all day long.
Bravo.
We hosted thousands of people and taught hundreds of courses and classes. My wife and the family have their own day in the city. Right? So this is from time what must be done 2013. So when you measure, y'all know me, I'm not talking about measure my success. I'm saying measure Allah's favor from following one instruction. I have to tell the believers, you all have to do this. You know, so if you're struggling with diabetes, if you're struggling with high blood pressure, if you're struggling with obesity, all that can be healed on the farm. I can tell you that right now, right? Because when you got to walk 28
yes, sir.
Right. Or when you go outside and you pop that tomato and it's fresh, right? We plant the minister's garlic. So every year we order the garlic from the farm.
Yes.
I have Michigan black beans right here, Michigan red beans right here, and of course you got the Michigan navy bean right here.
Right.
So I would just say, if you are thinking about it, if you are considering it, I implore you to do it. Right? And every city that's 5 acres, that's 10 acres, there's land that people are running. Now listen, this is the teachings now. People are running outside of our community. They're running into the cities.
Yes, they are. They are.
And they're vacating the farms. Hey, that's a sign. We should be coming out here and acquiring these farms.
Right.
And it's doable.
Yes, sir. It is. Well, I'm telling you, I'm so excited. I'm pumped up. I'm ready. I want to jump into some pictures because we have quite a few pictures that you were so kind to share with us. So we're going to jump into the pictures and let you explain those to us. So my son is uploading those right now.
Pictures with 10,000 words.
Listen, I know.
And you didn't even talk about some of the I want to say benefits of living on the farm. I mean, your wife, she does the therapeutic horse riding for visitors. That was awesome.
Yeah. So and I'm gonna answer that as well, Sister Amanda. So this picture right here is from Muhammad Speaks, and it's let us go back to the farm, right? And when it says go back, right, return. Right. This is where we started, right? And so what I believe is in regenerational farming. You hear regenerative. I'm saying regenerational farming. So we need to sit at the foot of our elder in our family, patriarch and matriarch, and ask them, how did they farm? Because the word organic was not around. There was no pesticides. Our families took that red clay and made it useful for us to grow food. So we have to go back to our elders. But look what happens when you go back to your elders. They have recipes. We don't cook with the MGT cooker recipes, but outside of that, families don't cook with recipes because that generational knowledge has not been passed down from mother to daughter to son and so forth. And so we have to go back to the farm. What Sister Melody mentioned about the horses, because we start off with strictly cattle. We start off with 8 cows, we turn to 12 cows, we turn to 20 cows, turn to 40 cows. We went from 40 cows to 60 sheep to 30 goats to 10 dogs. Wow. It was 100 chickens. But say this now, less is best. Right? From that excitement, yes, we were just doing a lot. But I must say less is best because you want to operate at the highest level of fidelity, and the quality of your farm, right? So when I had 40 cows, it was cool. I could call them to come running and people come by and say, this is amazing. Until we ran out of grass and it cost me $1,600 every 2 weeks to feed.
Absolutely. That's right.
Yes, sir.
So that's cool. And then we had 60 sheep, and then I brought a goat home. You have to study the history of goats and sheep. I brought a male goat home that tried to breed with the sheep, which of course they wouldn't let him. And so he would push them further and further away from the property until he pushed them off the property line. And then I lost 60 sheep in the woods.
Whoa.
That here too, they would use goats to lead the sheep to slaughter.
Wow.
Right? And so when I say less is best, if you plant too many tomatoes, then you're going to run into a pest overload. So you want to plant tomato and then a marigold. Want to put some forage around to keep the deer out. So over time, we've learned these, but we've had to scale down some so we can be better stewards of the land and the animals.
Right. Very good. Very good. Next picture.
I love it. I'm telling you, Brother Patrick, the way you tell the story is keeping it real.
Yeah.
Those are Georgia piney woods. So we start off with Georgia piney woods, and Georgia piney wood is a perfect cow for anybody getting started because it's the goat of the cow world. Okay. But check this out, you all. The piney wood is an African cow, the Wakasa cow. So remember, you see pictures and their horns went straight up. Well, those cows came over on the slave trade with us. Once they came over on the slave trade with us, they were on the East Coast slave trade, right? On the East Coast of America, and they lived within the woods. So their horns began to curve inward so they can navigate the pine, thus piney wood cow. Now listen to this. Their cousins were taken out west, and out west they're called what? The Texas Longhorn.
Oh, right? Wow.
That is the original cow. Is a very hardy cow. When I ran out of grass, you'll see them eating acorns. You'll see them standing on their hind legs and eating from a branch. So a very, very hardy cow. They calve easy, so I had no problem calving. And I'm just reading a book by George Washington Carver, and he talked about how we should be feeding our livestock acorns.
Really?
Wow.
They're plentiful. They're coming from the tree. They're plentiful.
Wow.
So you don't need to tractor supply. Just go out in the forest and pick up some acorns.
Yeah, I didn't even think they would eat the acorns.
Oh, no,
Let the children do it.
Yeah, let the children do it. Absolutely. But yeah, that's the Georgia piney wood.
Well, we've hit our 25-minute mark, so we're going to fly through these next pictures because I do want to end with showing your book and talking very quickly about that. Okay, so next picture.
Y'all know I'm a preacher, so I'm along with it. We have about 45 hens, so we get several eggs a day, and our egg prices have not gone up.
Good, very good. Next
in a subdivision, go get you 2 chickens and put them in your backyard. Don't get roosters, get hens; they make no noise.
And then here's the book.
Yeah, so Forming by Faith. Right now, you can pre-order the book. It's just our story. As you see, we can talk about what we've lived through. So we share these stories so people can understand that this has been done by faith. Right? No, there's no one that can call and say, you know what, Patrick and his wife went to our school and they learned this. Right. This is called trial and error. This is called don't close the gate and the cows are running down the road. So when I say everybody pass the gate, close the gate, that's because from experience we didn't close the gate.
Oh yeah, I can relate.
So the book is full of stories similar to when I went to an auction to sell my first cow in a 3-piece suit. And I was the only black person in the auction. And then I sold the cow. And it said $117 per pound. So the cow was $700. 700 pounds. I text Ishtar, we about to be balling. When I went to the cashier, she said, "No, baby, this must be your first time. It's 117 per 100 pounds."
Oh,
that was decent money. But then I thought about if I process all 40 cows, we made none of our money back. Right. That's when we began to sell steaks.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Pound and make more money than selling at the auction. So I'm going to stop right there because you see I can go on.
Right. Oh, we got to have you back, Brother Patrick, because, you was just getting in the heart of it. Oh, my goodness. This book, everybody that's on this web, watching, please order this book.
Right.
Yes. I have something. I believe in making things affordable. So the book is pre-ordered, but we have an ebook that's only $9. So if you go to patrickmuhammad.com, it's an ebook. It's going to walk you all the way through from start to finish, like getting started today. You can get that ebook. You can get started today. I have links in the back where I show you where I go get my seeds if I'm not ordering from Sister Seeds or one of the black seed owners. I show you everything that I know.
Excellent. I'm so glad you mentioned seeds. Yes, because we always want to make it available to those who are tuning in. And so, Sister Melody, I think this is a great time for you to talk about the last guest that we had on the show.
Oh, Brother Donald, Brother Patrick, right? Brother Donald, he got chickens out not far from you.
He's 3 minutes. I was at his house. He's 3 minutes from me.
Yes, so he just called me about an hour ago. And he said, "Sister Melody." I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "A sister was watching the show and she's on her way. She rented a car. She's coming to buy chickens from me." And that made me and Sister Rashida so excited because it was like we not only encouraging people, but we getting people to do stuff. And that just made our day after,
and that's why you have to keep doing what you're doing. It doesn't matter if it's 1 or 1,000. This message has to get out because one man, one woman, one seed can change the world.
Absolutely.
Wow.
That's the truth. Well, dear brother, that is our time. We thank you so very much. Look, you were so thorough. We didn't even have any questions. I think everyone.
I was like.
Yes, sir. But we definitely will have you back again because, again, you are a wealth of information and a beautiful resource that we definitely can go ahead and share. So from what I understand, we do have one question. Can we zoom it in very quickly?
Is that about the chickens?
There we go. Assalamu alaikum. How many chickens can you raise out behind your house in Arkansas?
I would only do enough chickens for the amount that you consume in a week, right? So if you think you consume 12 eggs, do 12 chickens, and then all the excess you sell to your neighbors.
That's a great question.
Brother Jamil, good to hear from you, brother.
Brother Minister.
Yes, we do. Yes. Very, very good question. Thank you so much for that information. And we're going to go ahead and close out. Sister Melody, Brother Patrick, it has been a wonderful, wonderful time. Brother Patrick, please join us again. We'll invite you very, very soon. And to our audience, thank you so much for participating and joining us today. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Go eat, everybody.